You read that right, we're beating Saints Row 2 using melee only, all the while playing on hardcore. Holy shit, that's the boat explosion from the first game. Alright, rules. So we will only be using melee attacks, weapons, and throwables, as without throwables this challenge would be completely impossible. We're also doing this modless, which I don't think I need to explain. Now I don't plan on showing every cutscene, but Carlos ain't gonna be around for long, so please, enjoy.
Now, you're wasting your time. Let's get a hold of Troy.
Hey, is it really you?
Do I know you?
My brother was in the Saints and he told me all about you. Listen, we gotta get you out of here.
Well, I'm sure if we ask nicely.
I know a way out.
Look, I'm just saying, you'd assume there'd be a damn guard or two in here. Honestly, did anyone ever really do the tutorial? Though now that I think about it, the tutorial may have been a little easier. I mean, I've never done it. Alright, now since we're only fisting, we steal a car. Yeah, don't worry, we've got our first major obstacle coming up right around the corner. And down goes Carlos. So I can't shoot, and the intro mission wants us to gun down these boats, but fuck that. And don't worry, I've tested this, I know it's possible-ish. Holy shit, we made it?
When Ulter got involved.
The clothing company?
After Hughes was killed in that bombing of yours, Ulter picked up the pieces. Now they're everywhere. On TV, on billboards, in stores. Hell, if you ever forget who Ulter is, just look towards Saints Row and you'll see that fucking eyesore. Here we are.
We're gonna find the other Saints.
What other Saints?
What you talking about?
Without anyone to lead them, the Saints fell apart. Once the Brotherhood, Ronan, and Samdi showed up, the few that were left dropped their flags before they got killed.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Look, I know you didn't ask for it, but my advice is to just keep your head down. The cops are looking for you and a lot's changed. I say you just go buy a beer and soak up as much information as you can.
Thanks, Carlos.
Anytime.
And finally, mission 1 complete. We can check that one off the list, but next up we gotta go save Gat. But first, of course, we gotta look sharp. Okay, so I do have a strategy to assist us quite a bit, but I cannot do activities just yet, so that's gonna have to wait for a moment. So I can't help but notice how good this game looks compared to 3 and even 4, but don't worry, we'll get to those games soon enough.
Johnny Gat was arrested last year in an assassination attempt against then-decorated police officer in a few short moments. We'll be allowed back in the courtroom and we'll find out, once and for all, if Mr. Gat will go home a happy man or a dead one.
Alright, things are about to get dicey. But first, it'd be disrespectful to not show a little bit of Gat's intro scene.
Murders. Do you really expect this appeal to work?
I figure with the statute of limitations, it really should be closer to 250.
There's no statute of limitations for murder.
Why the fuck not?
Watch yourself, Mr. Gat.
Or what? You'll hold me in contempt of court? You're already planning on giving me the chair. You think I give a shit about you not liking me? Fuck off.
I'm
Great. Hey, you look different. You do something with your hair?
You ready to get out of here?
And I didn't even realize I'd be throwing people so much, but here we are. This is like one of those Skyrim challenges where your followers wind up doing all the fighting for you. Like I said earlier, the prologue missions are very, very doable. Really, it felt like training for the hard stuff coming up. And with that, mission number 2 is complete. Whew, easy peasy so far. And as stated earlier, we do have a strategy to make this challenge a little easier. Our first activity we will complete is Fight Club. By completing Fight Club, we get a 15 and then a 30% boost to melee damage. And as far as I know, this is the only way to get this in the game. halfway there, and this is only the first part of our whole entire strategy. Alright, done. Now luckily our next reward is a bit better. We're gonna quickly do the insurance fraud activity in the factories district, and by completing that, we'll have infinite sprint. And so you guys don't get too bored, I'll make this montage a little shorter. Okay, now we can get serious. We're halfway done with the prologue, and after that, we just got one stronghold to do.
Johnny, who's that?
Yo, come to the living room and find out.
Johnny, I don't care if you just broke out of jail. You do not mess with my furniture. Oh my God, it's you.
Surprised, Aisha?
What, that you're here or that you're talking?
Pick one.
We all thought you were dead.
I almost was.
Well, for someone who was blown to hell, you look great.
And for not having a lot of screen time, Aisha is just such a memorable character.
Yo, can we get back to business?
What's the rush?
I've been cooped up on death row and that bitch has been laid out in a coma.
We definitely need to remind motherfuckers who we are.
And that can't wait until after dinner?
No.
You two haven't changed at all.
Well, you know, there's a saying about dogs and blowing shit up. So what's the plan?
We get our crew together. Once we got that, we can work on how we're taking back our city.
Sounds good.
And where were you planning on having this little meeting? No.
Well, this place is pretty spacious.
No.
The color's very soothing.
No.
Come on, Ish.
This ain't no fucking gang clubhouse.
Change of plans.
We gotta find a new place.
Yeah, you got it.
So since Aisha won't let us pimp out the house, we gotta go unalive some somebody and homeless people. Jeez, that sounds bad out loud. Not only that, we gotta break some shanties, which luckily instead of shooting them, we can throw people into the shanties instead. But trust me, the prologue is the only time we'll catch a break. The somebody went down very fast and the homeless even faster. With these perks, early game's such a fucking breeze. And mission 3 complete. Mission 4 was the hardest, but even then we used a car to take out some Ronin for Pierce. And had some issues in this scuffle. Luckily, I remembered to grab food. I've always wondered why they removed this feature from later games. And just like that, we've got diversity. From here, Carlos has us tow a friend's car, which is a hearse and is at a funeral. Damn, just tossing these morals right out. And is it just me, or does this truck slide around like someone lubed up my tires? I mean, who the fuck tested this? Why'd they jump? So I noticed something odd. Shaundi wants us to do some stunt jumps. Cool, but her liking cars is never mentioned again, like, ever. Just thought it was funny. And with that, we have recruited the hacky sack stoner herself, Shaundi.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of shit's changed since I've been out of the game, so I'm gonna need some help. Pierce, you're on the Ronin. I want to know who's calling the shots and what businesses they're running.
Done.
Shaundi, you got the Sons
I kind of enjoy how the scene mirrors Julius's speech from Saints Row 1, just a little bit.
I got this.
Carlos.
The Brotherhood, I'm on it.
All right. Once we're done here, talk to one of these guys. They'll have something for you to do. It's our time now. Let's get this shit started.
Mission 4 complete. Technically, we're not done though. We just gotta relocate some more homeless and break some more shanties. Now, I should have brought a follower, but we don't always work smarter. And we're done with the prologue of Saints Row 2. As I've said many times, this is the easiest part of this challenge. It's gonna take a lot more to get through the rest, trust me. But if you made it this far, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for part 2 of this grueling challenge.